Before you book your Universal Orlando vacation this summer, let's break down the real difference between value and prime value resorts and how to get the most comfort, perks, and park access for your budget. Welcome back to Earstravagant Adventures. I'm your host and travel agent bestie, Rachel, and joining me, as always, is Katie.
Hi.
Everyone's favorite travel chaos coordinator. So glad that that's back. Today, we're headed to Universal Orlando Resort to break down one of the biggest booking questions we get every single day. What the heck is value versus prime value resorts, and which one
Yep.
actually gives you the best experience for your money? From room layouts and resort theming to transportation, early park admission, and little details that can make or break a family vacation, we are walking you through what you really get at each hotel tier. We'll talk about who value resorts are perfect for, when it's worth upgrading to prime value, and how to match the right resort to your travel style. But first, a word from our sponsor. Vacation planning should be exciting, not overwhelming, but somewhere between comparing resorts, booking dining, and building the perfect itinerary, it starts to feel like a part-time job. But that's exactly where Alonzi Travel comes in. We are a team of experienced travel advisors who specialize in theme park cruise, all-inclusive resorts, and European getaways. We've planned hundreds of trips, and our Google reviews speak for themselves. For your first call to the moment you get home, we handle every single detail, the research, the reservations, the strategy, all so you don't have to, because we believe your vacation should feel like a vacation from start to finish. So when you're ready for your next amazing vacation, visit alonzi-travel.com/take the trip, and let's plan that trip together. Before we dive into value and prime value, just a quick reminder, we do have a playlist with the other resort categories. So we are specifically going to talk about value and prime value today, but we have videos on the other categories. Check them out in our channel.
I'm glad we're doing this because when I first started my travel agent journey, value and prime value, I was like, what does this even mean? I understand it now, but like I was like, why do we have two? Like, why do we have two value categories?
I mean, still, why do we have two? But guess what? We're going to tell you why there's two, because there's like a minutia difference. So, Katie, why don't you tell us what they are?
All right. So, value resorts include, there's just two of them. Okay. It's Endless Summer Dockside and Endless Summer Surfside. They are basic, guys. They have the most basic. It is a bed. Okay. It is a bed, a roof, and a bathtub. Well, not a bathtub, because Universal doesn't like bathtubs. It's a lot of showers. But they are more budget focused with basic amenities. And then you have your prime value, which is Cabana Bay, Stella Nova, Terra Luna, and Aventura, which are still budget friendly, but they have a little bit better dining options, better amenities, and they are closer proximity to the parks. In my head, for our people who are very familiar with Disney, I compare these to the All Stars versus Pop Century and Art of Animation. Like that's how I make it fit in my head.
Yeah, I
What
was going
about
to say, because the rooms themselves are very, very similar. They're all
you?
very basic. Their pools are all very basic, but the difference is location. And Cabana Bay, we'll talk about it, has great dining.
Yeah, yeah. It's the extra dining options really when it comes down to it. And like Aventura, has that sleek, high-rise style. And in fact, I didn't even really realize Aventura was a prime value when I first
I mean,
started.
the problem with Universal is that some of these don't really fit into perfect categories. I like how Disney does value, moderate, and deluxe because those make
Mhm.
sense. But when they break out all these categories, but then you've got Express Pass with some, blah 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 blah. Like Aventura, when you really think about it, it is a value resort because it has
Mhm.
limited dining, it has basic pool, but it is like sleek and it has a good location. They're confusing. They're confusing. But let's
Yeah.
start with, because we are going to talk about all these hotels so you guys know all of them and figure out which one's right for you. Let's start with endless summer because endless summer is it's not my favorite, but it is my favorite for specific reasons.
Same, 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 same.
Okay.
So they are sister resorts, which means they are right beside each other and have almost identical amenities. They just have different theming. Endless Summer Dockside is a coastal theming. It's more of a laid back, where Surfside is beach theming, bright, energetic.
I always forget which one is bigger.
Dockside.
Dockside. Okay.
Yeah, Dockside is bigger. So because I'm about to go into that. So at Endless Summer Surfside, you have a surfboard shaped pool, quick service dining, pool bar. I can't talk.
You're
Pool bar,
struggling today.
Starbucks, pizza delivery, and shuttle transportation to the theme parks and to City Walk,
Okay.
where surf
Surfside.
Dockside.
You already said dockside. You're talking about surfside now.
Mm-mm.
Did you say them backwards? Start over.
Start over. Surfside has the surfboard shaped pool.
Yes.
It has a food court. It has bus transportation, and that's it. Okay. Dockside is the bigger one, and it has two pools. Okay. And are really big pools at that. They have good pools. And quick service, pizza delivery, pool bar. Both are going to only have shuttle bus transportation to City Walk and the theme parks.
You cannot walk.
No, you can't walk anywhere. No, not gonna happen. There's no
Don't
water
try.
taxi. Hang on. Now I've gotten all discombobulated.
It's okay. So before we talk about the food, I do want to talk about the rooms because the rooms are the same. So they
Yes.
have two room types. Well, views within those room types, but basically two room types. The first one, standard cookie cutter hotel room, two queen beds, mini fridge, sleeps up to, this is important, max 4 people. Okay. However, what they're great at and why me and Katie say they are great is they do have a 2-bedroom option. So it's got 3 queen beds, a separate master bedroom with the door, a bathroom with a split layout, a kitchenette with a mini fridge, microwave, sink, picnic tables, and this sleeps up to 6. So where Katie and I complain often is Universal doesn't have a lot of options for families of 5 or 6. This is where Endless Summer fits a lot of families with, lots of families are families of 5 or more. So the 2-bedroom suite is a favorite option of ours.
Yeah. So for Universal specifically, because I run my numbers at the end of each year and I get my statistics, I book Royal Pacific and Endless Summer the most, because for Endless Summer, I am booking those 2-bedroom suites. Because even my family of 5, they don't want to go to Royal Pacific because you have to do the rollaway bed. Like, it does not have a 5th sleeper in their premier resorts like Disney does with their deluxe resorts, which I've complained about this so much.
The rollaway is an extra cost.
Yeah. Yep. Let's talk about food options at Surfside.
For Surfside.
For Surfside, they have the Beach Break Cafe, which is a quick service food court open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is just going to have your casual burgers and pizzas, maybe a salad, just real basic. And then they have the Sandbar Poolside Bar, which serves cocktails, frozen drinks, beer, and wine smoothies. I've only stayed at Premier Resorts at Universal. And until I was making these show notes, I did not realize that the value and prime value resorts don't have food options at their pool bars.
Oh. I was sitting here wondering, why didn't you mention any food? How did these pool bars not have food? These pool bars don't have food.
It's drinks. I didn't know that. I know you've stayed at Cabana Bay, but I guess maybe you didn't venture to the pool bar. Y'all were probably really busy.
Because the lazy river was closed, and that is the only reason you'll see me at a pool is a lazy river. But I did go to, and I also went to Volcano Bay. So Volcano Bay.
Cabana Bay. They go like this.
Mhm.
At Endless Summer Dockside, you've got the Pier 8 Market, which is another quick service location for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Same basic burgers, chicken strips, salads, you know.
I've eaten there.
Oh, how was it?
It was
Basic?
it was basic but better than I expected. I
Mm-hmm.
think Jen got the cheese pizza. I forget what I
That
got,
tracks. That
but yeah, I
tracks.
know. But whatever I had, I didn't hate it. And I
Mm-hmm.
usually hate quick service food from value resorts.
Well, I've always said that Universal does such a great job with their quick service options. I prefer a quick service meal at Universal to the sit down any day.
Mm-hmm.
Universal does a great job with
Mm-hmm.
quick service.
Yeah.
They have the Sunset Lounge, which is a lobby bar. So there was not a lobby bar at Surfside, but there is one at Dockside. And they have two pool bars because remember I said they have two pools. They have the Wave Makers Pool Bar and the Oasis Beach Bar.
Now,
No
prime
food, just drinks.
no food. Now, Prime Value is going to be great for young adults. It's also going to be great for larger families and families that will spend the majority of the day in the parks because, and we feel the same way with value resorts at Walt Disney World, right? Like, this is for those people who are like, I just want a bed to sleep in. Although Katie and I will disagree, the bed absolutely matters, the room absolutely matters. But for those of you who think otherwise, which is fine. This is great for that. The price point it can't be beat, and this
No.
is also a plug for Good Neighbor Hotels. I never book Good Neighbor Hotels at Universal because their pricing is
Mm-mm.
usually the same as a value resort at Universal, and the perks you get, like an hour early entry,
Yeah.
is superior. The free transportation is superior. So I, in my 11 years, have never booked an offsite for Universal because it never makes financial sense.
Not one time. And Universal has dynamic pricing and it's very dynamic. It can change from day to day.
Yes.
And the craziest thing I see sometimes is that Cabana Bay, which we're about to talk about, which is a prime value, will sometimes come in lower than the endless summer ones with the dynamic pricing. So sometimes we get like a heck of a deal for just moving up to the prime value.
Well, let's save Cabana Bay for last because it's my favorite of the bunch. So let's
Okay.
save it for last. Let's talk about my least favorite of the bunch, which is Aventura.
Mine too. I don't understand this hotel.
So here's
Like
the thing.
what are you trying to be?
No, exactly. So Aventura is right next to Sapphire Falls, and
Which is
Sapphire Falls,
beautiful.
beautiful, great dining. Aventura to me feels like a skyscraper that would fit in New York City. The rooms are basic, but also trying to be ultra modern. They have a robot in the lobby that'll clean up trash.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and they have a food hall, so they're trying to be this trendy hotel, but it does feel gross.
It's almost like they built it and they were like, we want to charge more money for this,
Mhm.
but we know our clientele because this was, Universal has changed its perception over the last 5, 7 years where they are now a competitor with Disney. They
Mhm.
are a week-long destination, and that's what they've wanted to. Like they have
Mhm.
achieved their goal. Good job, Universal.
Good
Like
job,
high
Universal.
five to you guys. And so like maybe they thought we can build this and make it sleek and modern and we'll charge more for it. And then they're like, oh, we don't have the market for it.
Yeah, I think the who this is good for is if you're there for a convention.
Yes,
I
and
Yeah.
I've also had like my college adults, like my young
Yeah.
20 adults only, like most of the time they are going to be endless summer, but every now and again they'll have like a little bit higher budget and they will ask for Aventura.
Mm-hmm. So
Hmm.
Aventura has a small pool.
Yeah.
I don't think you've toured this resort, but I have.
No,
It is
tiny.
tiny. So, if you're wanting to have pool time, this is not the resort for you. They do have a really nice rooftop bar, which has wonderful
Mhm.
views. So the rooftop bar is really good. They do have quick service dining, which is the urban pantry. Like I said, it's the food hall style. It's got pizza, burgers, noodles, rice bowls, things like that. They do have a Starbucks. They have a sleek lobby, and they have a walking path to Sapphire Falls. And Sapphire Falls has a water taxi. Aventura does not, but Sapphire Falls does. Otherwise, it's shuttle bus transportation. Yeah.
And I mean, it is nice to be close to Sapphire Falls because they have great dining options and you
They
can
do.
walk to get on the water taxi. Y'all,
Mhm.
I love a water taxi.
Me
And
too.
I don't know why the water taxis are so much more relaxing than the boat transportation at Disney.
I don't
Like,
know either, but you're so right.
I don't know if it's the design of the boat, the sleek with the top. And then we've actually had boat drivers, I don't know what you call a boat driver, a captain, that have made jokes
Skippers?
like skippers, yes, like Jungle Cruise. And now we're going on a tangent because those are for premier resorts. And so sorry.
Yeah, so sorry. Because back to Aventura, they also have so Bar 17 Bistro is the rooftop bar. They do have a lobby bar called Bar Ventura. They also have a pool bar, which is bar only, no food again, Bar Soul. And then the rooms here. So again, standard two queen room has different view types. A deluxe room, which is slightly larger, that has two queen beds or one king bed. It has a mini fridge, blah, blah, blah. But they also have a kids suite. But the kids suite is not themed.
No, it's not themed like the premier resorts. It's not the Despicable Me, Rockstar, or what's the other one?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Jurassic Park.
Or the
It's
new ones
just,
that
oh, those are How to Train Your Dragon.
yeah,
It,
at Grand
yeah,
Helios Grand, whatever.
yeah.
So the kid suite has a king bed with a separate room, two twin beds, sleeper sofa, one bathroom, but it does sleep up to 8. So that's really nice.
Caveat, because I had this scenario come up last week. If you have kids under 2, Disney does not count them towards your room capacity.
Universal
Universal
does.
does. So like I had a family of 2 adults and 5 kids the other day, and 2 of the kids were 2 and under, and I can't put them anywhere but these kids suites.
Hmm.
Like it's just anyway,
Which I
just
agree, but I don't agree, you know? I don't
because you
know.
can put a baby anywhere.
Well, a baby, but if they're like
Yeah.
2,
I mean, it's not the way I vacation, but we do know that people will just put people anywhere.
squeeze.
I ain't doing it. Like I gotta have my space. Like
Yeah.
I slept with my 12-year-old at Disneyland, and I'm like, Lord, never again. Like
Well, let's move across the freeway because, as a reminder, yeah, Universal is now split across the freeway. Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure and City Walk are in the original location. Epic Universe is across the freeway, literally. And these next two are going to be close to Epic Universe. And I am going to throw in a caveat when you get to that section, but why don't you tell us about Stella Nova?
So Stella Nova and Terra Luna are the 2 new Prime Value resorts that opened with Epic Universe in 2025.
And I would say
Stella
these
Nova,
are sister resorts too, like just like
yeah,
Dockside and Surfside.
they're for sure sister resorts. So Stella Nova has a modern space theme. It the amenities are a resort style pool, quick service dine-in lobby bar, Starbucks, pizza delivery, shuttle bus transportation, and modern space theme design. There is a walking path to no, that's the other one. Cut it. I didn't say that.
Well, that's my
For dining.
caveat. That's my caveat
Yeah.
because I did stay at Stella Nova. You
Oh,
can
did you?
see Epic Universe.
Mm-hmm.
I could walk there, but
Mm-hmm.
there is not a safe way to walk there.
Mm-hmm.
It is not even half a mile away.
But there's just no dedicated.
There's no dedicated sidewalks, and this whole area they've created for Epic Universe. So my hope is one day they do install sidewalks because it will definitely help, but you will get hit by a car.
Oh,
You
okay.
will
Yeah, no,
get
I
hit
don't
by
want to do
a
that.
car. So
Don't want to do that.
please don't try, just take the bus.
So, but one of the things that Universal got a lot of hate about with these 2 new hotels is they only have standard rooms. The
That's the
both
problem.
Terra Luna and Stella Nova only have 2 queen bedrooms. That's it. That only sleep up to 4. So it's going to be your basic 2 queen rooms, like we've been talking about the whole pod. 2 queen beds, mini fridge, 1 bathroom, sleeps up to 4. You can have a resort view or a pool view.
Single sink, small sink
Mhm.
space, not enough space for 2 people.
Yeah. This is for our little families. You
Yes.
know, like I said, I wouldn't even be in this category anymore because my son is 12 and I've established we're no longer sleeping in the bed together. Like he's too big for that.
If I was going by myself,
Hmm.
totally fine. But I was there with Brittany for our
Hmm.
agent education program in August. It was a struggle for both of us to get ready.
Yeah, I can see that.
The beds were fine. The hotel was fine, but like getting ready, these are things that as your travel agent we think about. The bathroom situation is a problem. A man designed this, I guarantee you.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Anyway,
You've got to have that split bathroom.
yeah.
Like, mm.
And
So,
we haven't mentioned a lot of these have fitness centers.
oh yeah. Which ones?
All of them?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was news to me. That's why it's not in the show notes. I didn't know that.
I don't know about the endless summer ones, but
Hmm.
Stella Nova did. Aventura does. Cabana Bay I added, but
That's nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
That's
get
a
to the one
nice
in Cabana
perk.
Bay. It
You're
is
not going to
because
get that at a value resort at Disney.
no,
No. If you want to work out, you got to go run around Hourglass Lake at Pop. Like, you're
yeah,
not going to,
or go to because you can't get into the one at
you can't get into the other ones.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at me
They're
learning.
small, but
I mean, but still, it's nice to have. Not something I'm going to do. I'm not going to work out on vacation. Like, my
that's
workout is the 23,000 steps that we take during our park day.
that's fair.
But, if you were so inclined to work out, there's
So
an option.
Terra Luna is a carbon copy of Stella Nova.
Mm,
Carbon copy. The only thing that's different is the rooms are celestial themed. So the outside of the buildings are the exact same. Like they are, you can't really tell which one you're at. Okay. The rooms are just slightly different with the theming, but Terra Luna does have a walkway to Epic Universe,
hmm.
a
Hmm.
dedicated walkway. So you're not going to get hit by a car. The restaurant is called Omega Cafe and Market. The poolside bar and grill is called Moonrise Grill, and they do have a lobby bar called Luna Bar, but the rooms are still the same. So the rooms are the same, the layout is the same. I will say I did eat at Cosmos Cafe and Market,
Hmm.
and it was all right.
I've heard really good things about Stella Nova and Terra Luna's food.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about their food. And
it's
like I
all
said,
right.
I think Universal does a good job with quick service food.
It could be worse.
It can always be worse.
So let's talk
Can
about our favorite one. Or were you going to say anything else about those two?
Well, I was just I do like the fact that these pool bars for Stella Nova and Terra Luna have food because when I'm doing a resort day, like most of my clients that do a resort day, we're going to stay somewhere a little bit fancier than the value and the prime value. But if I'm doing a resort day and we're at that pool, we're going to need some snacks.
No, I agree. Like if I'm gonna be at the pool, I'm gonna want a snack at some point, and
Yeah.
like to not have food at your pool bar is criminal. We were
Yeah.
just at Coronado Springs for the Goofy Challenge. Their restaurant, their kitchen was closed.
No, why?
I think they were having some issues with the kitchen, but like we couldn't order food, and like we were there to eat
Oh,
lunch and sit in the hot tub.
and that's such a big resort. Like you would have to
No.
walk so far to get some food.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah, I'm
ooh,
totally with you on that though. Like if I'm sitting at the pool, I'm gonna want some like chicken tenders and fries or
yeah.
maybe a salad or a
Nachos.
wrap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I know that we covered this probably. I'm pretty sure we did a post trip recap of my stay in 2024 at Portofino, and
Yes, we did.
everything at Portofino is Italian, right? And we were so tired of eating Italian food. We were so tired of it. And then we finally like go to the pool bar, and it was so good, like club sandwiches. Like, oh, I'm like, we should have been eating here the whole time. I love the pool bar. It's so good.
Yeah, you can't get burnt down on Italian.
Yeah, you can. I mean, like that's heavy for a
Especially
theme
their
park
kind of
vacation.
Italian. Like in Italy, no. In Italy, give me Italian food every day of my life. But yeah, that's different. So
All right, Cabana
Cabana
Bay, our
Bay.
favorite, our
Our favorite.
favorite. Yeah.
Tell me about the theming. Tell me about the theming.
It's a retro 1950s beach theme, bright, colorful, with views of Volcano Bay. And let's start. It's next door to Volcano Bay. Like they share a fence. And one of the biggest things that I tell people when we're looking at this, especially in the summertime, is if you're booking this for your kids and you do not put a Volcano Bay ticket on your package, that is criminal because you're going to get
Criminal.
down and the kids are going to see Volcano Bay, and every day they're going to be like, can we go there? Can we go there? Because it's literally right outside the back door.
No, you are so correct. They share a fence because I stayed at Volcano Bay. I've stayed there, not Volcano Bay, at Cabana Bay twice. And one of the buildings that you get, because it's a big resort, it's pretty spread out. But one of the buildings I was in, I exited and it was a 3-minute walk to the entrance of Volcano Bay.
Yeah.
There's
We
no
rope
shuttle.
drop.
You're walking.
Yeah, we rope drop Volcano Bay. And that's when I realized, like, because the Cabana Bay people just walked and they're like, good morning. And I was like, that's lovely. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And it also has two very large resort pools with the lazy river that I already mentioned. And oh, by the way, the only water slide for value resorts. It also has a bowling alley. Literally, it has a full fitness center, like a gigantic fitness center. I've been in and I've seen it. A food court style dining, a full service restaurant, pool bar, Starbucks, pizza delivery, shuttle transportation. There's also an ice cream place. You don't have the ice cream place on here.
Oh, I
Um,
didn't miss
yeah,
it.
because we've been there. Shuttle bus transportation and a walking path to Volcano Bay. It has so much. It
It's the crown jewel of prime value resorts.
To me, if you compared this to a Disney resort, it would be a moderate resort.
In my mind, I always compare Caribbean Beach and Cabana Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because so we'll talk about the rooms in a second. You'll take on the rooms, but so Bayline Diner is their quick service food court, and it has a great variety of food. So you guys are probably sick of hearing us say burgers and fries and pizza. Okay, but this doesn't have that. I got
What'd you
a
get?
tuna steak. My
What?
friend had a Brazilian meat plate. Like
What?
it's international food, guys, and it was delicious.
That doesn't go with the theme, but I love it.
No, it does not, but the food was really good.
I love that.
Yeah, the food was really good. So the Galaxy Bowl restaurant, which is casual table service, this is close to the bowling alley. That's going to be burgers and pizza and chicken wings and typical bowling alley food. Atomic Tonic and the Hideaway Bar and Grill are the poolside bars and grills with sandwiches, salads, snacks, specialty cocktails, and beer.
Snacks. We love snacks.
They also have a fire pit where you can make s'mores.
Oh, I didn't know that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it because I didn't have time, but my friend Lauren, who I've talked about before, she loves Cabana Bay, and
Mm-hmm.
they sell you s'mores kits, by the way, in the little quick service thing. But if you get a grocery delivery, yeah, you can make your own s'mores. Super fun. And then the ice cream place, which the name isn't on here, but they have an ice cream place. It's a huge resort with lots to do. It is my favorite. So let's talk about the rooms.
Is it your favorite of all of the Universal resorts?
No.
Mm, yeah.
Hard Rock, I think Hard Rock's my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. I know. I love Royal Pacific too.
I no, I don't love Royal Pacific. I don't know.
I like it. I like
I
Royal
liked the
Pacific.
pool.
Mm.
The rest of the dining was trash. The layout of the lobby is bizarre, and the rooms made me mad.
That's how I feel about Portofino.
We are aligned on Portofino. Anyways, tell us about the rooms.
Okay. All right. So a little bit different. We're gonna have the standard room, the standard 2 queen beds, mini fridge, 1 bathroom, sleeps up to 4. The views and the like interior entry versus exterior entry are different here. So they do have rooms that are like most value resorts where it's a motel style where you're going to come in from the outside, but they also have the option of having an interior entry. So if you're someone who
Volcano Bay. That Volcano Bay view. Oh,
got
goodness.
there yet, But you can also have a room that just has resort views. They have a pool side, which means your room is going to be close to the pool, or you have a volcano bay view. Yep. And the volcano bay, I mean, it's so good.
So good. It's so
So good.
good. It's so
Then
good.
they also have family suites here, but these are a little bit different than the family suites that we saw at the Endless Summer Resorts. They don't have the 3 queen beds. They have 2 queen beds and a pull-out sofa. One bathroom with the split layout, so 2 people, sink over here, bathroom over and shower over there. Kitchenette with mini fridge, sink, and picnic table in the same view. You can have a resort view. Wait, no, you can't have a volcano bay view with a family suite. I
No,
can't
I
remember.
don't think you can.
No, it's just the interior or exterior resort versus poolside.
Right.
But one of the things that I warn people about with this family suite is it's just one big long thing. It doesn't have the separate master like you have it Endless Summer. So like if you're a group of friends and like you're cool with everybody piling up in one room and there's like a partition, go for it. But
Yeah.
like I've had families before that they're like, no, we need to be separate from the kids. Well, we're gonna go with the
Well,
Endless Summer.
there is a partition. So
Mhm,
some people are fine with that level of separation because it is a sliding door. So there is a door that separates the 2 beds from the
mhm.
sofa bed. So there is. But the bathroom is in the same space as the 2 queen beds. So if you need to access the bathroom and you're
Yeah.
in the living area, yeah. So, but there is a partition
Mhm.
that you can close. I love the family suites.
No, I don't hate them. Like I like them. Like we with the way that Universal has changed express passes, we may be staying at Cabana Bay for the first time when we go on our Universal
So
trip this year.
Cabana Bay won me over with the little things, and by the little things,
Yeah.
I mean the in-room amenities with the tiny VO5 shampoo and conditioner. I
Instead of the wall shower ones.
first of all get out of here with the wall business. I hate it. But it was literally like the VO5 triangle bottle,
Oh,
and it's a mini. I'm like, take me back to the 90s. I
I
loved
love
it.
that. I can smell it right now. I can
Yes,
smell the
it was
VO5.
so cute. It was so cute. So, like, if you like retro things, this
Mhm.
is retro to the nines. The theming, this is the best themed hotel they have.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, like 100%.
Listen, we all
And
know I am not a value girly at all,
mhm.
but I have stayed at a Universal hotel 4 times, and 2 of those times have been at Cabana Bay.
And I also feel like at Cabana Bay, specifically for the prime values, you could do a rest day here and have stuff to do.
Well, and I would even tell you your rest day should be like a Volcano Bay day.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because Volcano Bay, it has relaxing parts of it, especially like the wave pool, and it's so darn close. Walk over there,
I
and then
love
you're like,
Volcano Bay so
I
much.
want to be out of the sun. Go back to the room for a little bit, and then you're like, let's go back to Volcano Bay. I love Volcano Bay, and I hate water parks.
So, and like that's kind of where we are. So, we were saying that we were going to go to Universal the last week in May, which is our normal go to Orlando week. Like we love the last week in May. It's just a family tradition. My final payment for the Disney Treasure is due the next week. Yeah. So like my husband and I are talking about like, maybe we'll go in like Christmas time or maybe we'll and I'm like, but if I do that, I
I can't go
want to
to
go to
Volcano
Volcano
Bay.
Bay. And I love Volcano Bay. So I just
So
gotta make money appear out of nowhere is what I have to do.
there you go.
Just from the sky.
So if you guys couldn't tell, Cabana Bay is going to be our favorite out of all
Mhm.
of these. Now, if you want to know who these resorts are best for, it's going to be young adults, families who utilize the dining resort options, larger families specifically at Cabana Bay, and multi-generational trips so you can have rooms close to each other. It's really there's the only people that this isn't good for is snooty people.
Which we're both kind of snooty. Like you and I are both kind of snooty, and we would not say no to a Cabana Bay. I would say no to Endless Summer. Like
There,
I would
yeah,
say no to Aventura.
yeah.
Um,
There's a reason for Cabana Bay. There's a reason for No, Cabana Bay. Out of all of these, I will only stay at Cabana Bay. I gotta say.
But it all comes down to what we shout from the rooftops 24/7 is there's a right resort for everybody, and work with an expert to figure out what's best for you. Because when we don't just randomly throw hotels at you, like we want to know about you, we want to know what you like, what you don't like, so we can customize this for you. That's the
Yes.
whole name of the game.
And our personal bias don't come into your recommendations. They come into our recommendations for our
Yeah.
own personal selves. But when it's for you, we know the ins and outs of these hotels so we can
Mhm.
make sure and match up because every person is different. Every trip is different, you know? So
Yes.
we take all
And I
that
mean,
into
we'll warn you, like if there's something we don't like, Little Mermaid room, Art of Animation, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it, but if your heart's set on that, babe, let's go.
yes.
Book it, you
Yes.
know?
So when you're ready to book your next vacation with one of us, all of our info is in our bio. We are booking through the end of 2026 right now for Universal. And like Katie said, pricing does change often at Universal. So this is really one of those that you want to lock in early because they fluctuate on a very consistent basis. So when you're ready, hit us up. We can't wait to work with you. And until next time, bye.